All right. Welcome to another video with Canada Living. My name is Enrique. Today we are talking to Massimo, a really good friend. I've known him for a while. He has been in and around the Lower Mainland for a while now. We're going to learn about what made him or why he came to Canada, what his background a little bit, and then we're going to go from there. You know, the new immigrant experience into the Canadian living. so Massimo, thank you so much for making the time and being part of this. The goal here is to educate people that want to come, that are thinking of coming, and to not to hesitate to go for their dreams, because obviously I know what it took for you to achieve where you at, in your Canadian transformation. So tell us about yourself, Massimo. So thank you again for being with us.
Thank you very much, Enrique, to inviting me here. It's an exciting opportunity for me to share a little bit my background and my view of this wonderful country. Well, I came here exactly, I think, 10 years and a half ago. It was like, I remember it was winter. So, it was winter. It was a little bit snowing. Here in Vancouver, it's not snowing that much as in other parts of Canada. But it was snowing, it was cold. And I arrived in this beautiful city and I said, oh my God, I already see the openness of the beauty and the openness of the people. People are very friendly. And I said, oh my God, this is where I have to stay for a little bit more than 6 months.
So where did you come from?
So I was born in Italy. And I grew up in a family where we are all entrepreneurs. So my dad started his company in 1972.
Okay.
And my background is entrepreneurial. So, but unfortunately, in 2010, my dad, due to the financial crisis, he needed to close the company, unfortunately. And at that moment, because of my dad, he's always been like a traveler. He told me one thing: Massimo, it's time for you to discover the world. So we spoke together, and I remember that night still. And we decided to go to Canada. He said to me, Canada is a wonderful country, and you're close to the States. That in the future, if you want to grow a business, if you want to do business, there is going to be lots of opportunity in there. So I decided to come to Vancouver.
Wow! So he kicked you out.
Yeah, he kicked me out.
Okay, Massimo, get out of here. I'm gonna get rid of you.
He kicked me out. Yes, of course.
Out of the country.
Yes. So don't come back to Italy. I don't want to see you anymore.
That's hilarious. So what did it take you? So how did you come in? Because obviously there's a process, right? So what was the path that you took to come to Canada? There's, how there's work, there's studying, there's, obviously there's visitor work, and then there's all these different ones. What was the path that you took?
Well, I did my 2 bachelor's degree in Italy, and I said, why don't specialize in Canada? So I did all my paperwork back home, and finally I was accepted to come and study at Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops. So it's a city that is in northern Vancouver. You know better than me.
Yep.
And I actually studied 2 years in my post-bachelor diploma in marketing in Kamloops, and there they will give you the opportunity once you graduate to have 3 years of work permit. Okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay in Canada or not, but then after my studies, I said, this is the country I want to be. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I got my work permit, and I was already strategizing, because the path for PR, it's a very challenging path. Okay. And if you don't start planning since the beginning, you might fall into some deeper and some further challenges that you don't want to encap, right? You don't want to fall in that. So I decided to go through the process of becoming a Canadian resident. So what I did is I had to find a job that qualified for the PR. So you need to be in a management position, and you need to be into a code they call the NOC system. The NOC system is a code that is attached to a managerial position, or a position that is rewarded by the government as eligible to be a Canadian resident. So
Okay.
after that, I spent 3 years, and I had the opportunity to be, and I was lucky to find someone that actually sponsored me as well with the LMIA. I'm very grateful for Jason still. And then from there, I became Canadian resident for 4 years. And then from
Wow.
there, I went to the path of citizenship because, one Italian passport was not enough. So
No,
I
of course
said,
not.
I want to have the Canadian one.
Definitely.
Yes. So I got the double passport now.
So, okay, so from your permanent residency, so PR, to citizenship, what was that path like?
Well, from once you acquire the permanent residence, you need to stay in Canada at least for 3 years. So you need to collect the 1,095 days in Canada in order to
Okay.
be eligible to become a citizen. Okay. So and every time you go out from the country, you need to be careful on sign the date, how many days actually you go out from the country, and then until you collect the 1,095 day in total, right? Days in total, and then from there you're eligible to apply for citizenship. And that especially for me, that I went through the process during the pandemic. It was a little bit of a wait. So I waited like in total 1 year and 6 months, but it was worth it.
So what was the okay, so before the pandemic, what was the average waiting period then for that?
Oh, before less than 1 year, around 8 to 9 months.
And then you waited for how long?
1 year and 6 months to
So 18
complete the
months.
process.
So from
Yeah.
8, so almost
Yeah.
double the time. Wow. So from the PR, you got your work permit, and then so life was easy after that. Then you got your job, and you
Yeah.
can,
Oh my God, life was way easier. So once you become residents, you acquire all the advantages of this country. So the healthcare, the possibility to work anywhere, the opportunity to to be like a Canadian citizen, but with not the right to vote. That's the only thing that you can do, and also not the right to be away from Canada more than 3 years out of 5 that the PR expire date has.
Mm,
Okay, so so the PR is like to be a Canadian. Permanent
right.
residency is like to be a Canadian, but with some restriction in the things I just mentioned.
So it's a step before. So there's 3 steps: study permit or work permit, then PR, then path to citizenship along those lines. So
Absolutely.
then, how many jobs did you have to take? Did you get the right job from the beginning, or did you have to go to different jobs and whatnot? How was that process?
No, it's not immediate. So I would suggest that the people that come here, they need to be very mindful that they want to have right at the beginning the job, their dream job, but they need to focus on grow into this country, because they want to see that you have a little bit of Canadian experience, okay, to be able to place yourself in certain position, higher position. Depends on also your ambitions, right? But it's not. I don't want to say that you come here and is the dreams come true in a blink of an eye. It's a journey that you need to put a lot of efforts, and you need to strive. You need to have a strong mind. First of all, adaptation. Second of all, of personal growth. So I started in an entry-level position, like as a assistant manager for a store. But then I was able to scale up and becoming like a sales manager eventually, and leading a team as a manager. Okay, so it requires a little bit of time, but the opportunity that this country gives you are way higher than other country will give you, for sure.
And so, what was the one thing that, if you were to advise somebody that's coming, thinking of coming, what is the one thing that you had to develop or to learn, or in order for you to either, because obviously, you were far from your family, the different climate, different environment, different, different social aspect, right? We're all from different countries. I mean, you're from Italy, I'm from El Salvador, and like I tell a lot of people, sometimes I'm sitting at a table and I'm the only Latino there and everybody else from different backgrounds. So what was that one thing that helped you, endure all of this and, get over and achieve that goal because I'm sure there were obstacles along the way.
I would say two things. The first thing is the adaptation on changing the country of your country in terms of regulation rules, understanding how things works. Everything related to how do you actually go and get a phone bill, or how do you actually go and rent your house, and how do you pay the bills of the house, and how do you connect with the healthcare. So the adaptation on the rules and regulation for the government itself. And the second thing, you need to understand that this is a country with with immigrants, right? So the adaptation of being able to mingle and be able to connect with people from all over the world. Okay, so you have to be able to be culturally prepared to connect with someone that, for example, is from the East India, or someone that is from East of Europe, or someone that is like me, Italian, or someone that is from South America and Canadian itself. So we are all a country that is based on people that are from all over the world, and it's very important to understand how do I connect with these people, and how do I able to maximize friends, how do I able to maximize my circle of network, and also how do I able to maximize my people skills when I enter the job. Connecting with people from all over the world. So this is very, very important because it's a melting pot here.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that one of the more challenging parts is adapting to all the different cultures, and you hear different languages being spoken as you're walking down the street, and or you go to all these different restaurants and stuff like that. So I think that you're right. To embrace our own cultures and backgrounds and be mindful of that you are going to find, because as you know, I was in Costa Rica, and over there you don't see anybody else from anywhere, just Costa Rican people. And it was actually quite interesting because, again, when I came back to Vancouver, back to the multiculturalism that we are used to. So, well, I really appreciate this, Massimo. The goal behind this series of videos is to enlighten people that want to come over or are thinking of coming, to help them shine the light on what are the potential challenges and obviously the opportunities that they will overcome. And so I really appreciate this, you taking the time. And let's keep on talking. If you have any suggestions, obviously, that you can leave us with, that would be mostly welcome.
Absolutely. Yes. If you want, I'm always here, and we can have tons of interviews.
Okay, not too much. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. If you know anybody else that wants to be interviewed for, with a different background, let me know. Obviously, sure. Again, we are here to share what the path, because I think that if we don't have a pay it forward attitude, willing to share what we have learned, I mean, what's the point, right? The goal is to grow the community, and which is what part of our name is, Canada Living, is to grow a community and of people that will support each other. But Massimo, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and your kind words. And all the best, my friend. Stay safe.
Thank you so much. Bye.